Hello everybody, BrioS here. Today I have for you the 40-ton inner sphere battle mech, the Assassin. And when you guys see Assassins on the battlefield, it's normally the Assassin 21 with its Matter SRM Vomit, which is a really vicious mech. But I like to explore other variants, and I was looking through the variants, and this one caught my attention. This particular variant is the seldom used Assassin 26. And there's nothing really special about this except for this ballistic mount. Yep, it has a right torso mounted ballistic hardpoint with a 10% ballistic cooldown. And more interestingly, it has a uAC jam chance of minus 30%. So of course, naturally I'll say, hey, why don't I try a ballistic assassin? So that's what I have for you today. An assassin with a pretty big ballistic weapon in the right torso. So let's get down to the build. So instead of an Ultra AC20, I'm actually going for a uAC10. That's because I want to have a pretty good balance of speed and firepower. So in terms of firepower, my main weapon is a uAC10 with 3.5 tons of ammunition. An XL270 engine gives it a very respectable speed of 109, and backup weapons are 2 ER medium lasers, and you will need these medium lasers quite a lot. That's because this uAC10 with the minus 30% jam chance, with the 10% ballistic cooldown quirk, it fires fast, it doesn't really jam that often, and as a result you run out of ammo pretty rapidly. And if you really want more firepower or more jump jets, this would be awesome with jump jets, but I don't have enough tonnage. You could actually drop the engine from a 270 to maybe a 250. That'll give you 1 or 1.5 tons. You can put like 3 jump jets or something. But I like it the way it is. It's fast, it does damage with the uAC10 pretty fast, and with the 2 ER medium lasers as backup, it's not so shabby, not so meta, but not too shabby either. And the quirks for armor, well, typical assassin style, 9 in the CT, 8 for the side torsos, 4 in the arms, but you don't need it because there is nothing in the arms. So let's get down to the skills for this particular build. For this mech, I am focusing mainly on maximizing the uAC10. So going for 44 SPs in the firepower tree. As you can see, it's all over the place. But when I planned this, I planned it with trying to get 2 nodes of magazine capacity, because I realized the ammo runs out really fast. And because you have UX, even though you have a 30% jam chance, they will jam eventually. So 2 nodes of enhanced UX rec. So that's minus 15% jam duration. And a whole bunch of other skills will give you a pretty interesting cooldown decrease of 10.5%. That means combined with the ballistic cooldown, your uAC10 will fire with a cooldown decrease of 20.5%. And the heat reduction of 10.5 is nice, it makes it rather cool. And I intentionally got quite a bit of range, 12% range bonus, because it's good as a hit and run mech. With the range, you hit them from a distance, about 500 meters, 400 meters, and then run away. Interestingly enough, I'm not going to boost the survival skills, even though I have armor quirks on this, mainly because I don't have enough SPs, but also because I wanted to try a different kind of mech. So anyway, down to mobility, 9 SPs, assassins have really good mobility, so 9 SP just to make it a bit better. Turn rate increase of 12%, XLT cell bonus of 10.5, not that much, but enough to make a difference. And for operations, my standard 13 SPs, which gives me 5 nodes of heat containment, allowing me to fire 15% more before I need to shut down or fire a cool shot or something else. And instead of having armor quirks or armor skills, I'm going for sensors. 16 SPs allows me to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes of radar deprivation. So this is a 100% radar deprivation build. So once you get locked on, find a bit of cover and the enemy will lose their lock, which is always pretty darn sweet. But 16 SPs is quite a lot, hence I have no skills in survival. And to round it off, 9 SPs in auxiliary tree for 2 enhanced strikes, and or rather without the enhanced spotting, but well, larger blast radius for those strikes, and 2 cool shots, because sometimes you get stuck in a battle and you're gonna overheat, and you just need a bit of extra cooling to keep on running. So that's it. That's the very interesting Assassin 26, which is actually really fun to play. And it can do damage if allowed to with that uAC10. I think sometimes when you hit the enemy, they don't suspect it's you, because nobody expects an assassin to mount a uAC10, especially ones that fire so fast without jamming. And yeah, so anyway, gonna go down to some gameplay footage as usual. But do take note, the 2 games I'm gonna showcase are actually from the current trial mech event. So there were lots of trial mechs running around, and well, I always say that a mech without skills is about 20% less efficient than a fully mastered mech. So performance of this mech was above average in those matches. So let's get down to some trial mech wrecking in the Assassin 26 with that beautiful uAC10. So let's go. So here we have one of my favorite maps, Mining Collective. And one thing about this mech, the torso mounted weapon, the uAC10, the main weapon, is actually the same height as a cockpit, so it makes a pretty okay hill humper. And in Mining Collective there are lots of hill-like features like the ramps and the slope, so I like this build on this map.
Caveman, what do you see?
So moving up behind this EBJ, coming to this slope,
Let's go up.
main engagement area.
New target.
Nah, forget it, I'm going after the Dire, Bravo.
Yep, there's some
assault,
shots
Charlie,
and
help, Charlie,
suddenly there's a Night Star there, MRM Night Star. Not gonna engage it alone. This mech is, well, doesn't have a lot of firepower. But with Mistlings, let's
Caveman and
advance.
Alpha Lance, let's get that.
So with Alpha Lance here, time to bully this guy.
Working his right torso.
Yep, first 6 went to the right torso, so I'm gonna work on his right torso. But he's turned around, all the lights are harassing him. Left torso is open, controlling the uAC fire, so they wouldn't jam. Yep, and I get him.
Alright, to the top, to the top.
If you're able to
Echo,
control
Echo.
firing the uAC, pausing between shots, you can get quite a few shots in.
They have the top.
And it wouldn't jam so often. Sadly, they have the top. Apparently, the Bravo and Charlie Lance neglected to take the top. But I dropped the strike for some damage there.
Walk away to Delta 4 Alpha Lance.
I think I heard that bad though. Doing a bit of trading, lost my arm, but I shot the timber. That's not important, that's nothing in the arm. So that Revenant took a bit of damage. I'm actually going to redeploy to the other side.
Alpha Lance, let's flank.
They've got that
Mad
ramp
Dog is going down.
zeroed with their weapon, so
In
if
there,
I stay there, I'm going to take a lot of damage. Since they have the top, naturally a few will flow down. Yep, moving to the sides to engage our team that is walking around here. It's quite dangerous to stay here because there's a lot of open area.
Mad Dog, Echo.
But you can get good shots, especially if they're not paying attention.
Echo
Like that
down.
Mad Dog, which goes down to my uAC.
Delta 5 team, the two.
Solo kill of that by
enemy.
me.
Let's go up. Waste.
So this
Let's go.
Timber's a bit shy. He should be moving up, especially with this medium mech in front. I think with him here, calling him out, he's gonna move up with me. Yeah, and he blocks me, naturally. It's only natural, right? You block the
Base
fast
is
mechs.
being captured.
So gonna check out this flank. Are there any lonely mechs here? Oh yes,
Acquired.
Delta's
Delta
there.
spotted, Echo 4.
Takes a bit of
Timber is a low.
uAC fire.
5% captured.
Paper doll shows he's a bit hurt.
Worry
Right
about the
torso.
base.
New target acquired.
And we have Hotel there.
Captured.
Shadowcat. Not focusing on me.
Shadowcat is
But a
one
friendly
shot.
mech drops in front of me.
Hotel.
Yep, they're all on the ramp, which is
Drop
expected.
the strike.
I'm
Delta.
out of strikes. I should have saved one for them.
Base
So
is
let's see whether we
being
can
captured.
grind them down. They have a 2 mech advantage, and their assaults are still alive. So
Bravo,
this is
Bravo.
not good.
Critical damage.
That die is pretty fresh. Only bit of heat damage, that's about it. My uAC is jammed, so finally it unjammed. Gonna re-engage this guy. I tend to engage when we have friendlies engaging. That way we share
Battle
out.
Master India's one shot.
Trying to get him. Oh, keep hitting the sides of the second level here. Bravo's left torso caught.
Captured.
I love to be
Okay.
aggressive, trying to get a
Let's do
kill.
something before we go down.
One more blast. Oh, but he goes to cover. It's 5-8. We are in big trouble here. Don't think we can do this. But as you can see, I'm trading well with my uAC10.
At 25%.
These guys on my left, my friendlies, are drawing lots of aggro, so nobody wants to shoot the poor assassin. But they don't realize I have a uAC10, I think. As you can see, Foxtrot's side torso is caught. Oh, he runs away.
New target.
But there are other targets like that poor Bravo. I think that was the guy.
Base
India, one
is
shot.
being captured.
One shot on this India. Battle Master, he tries to shield. Can I get a kill? Oh, he shows me. Oh, he blew himself up.
Target.
I wanted a kill. Trying to shield with my remaining right arm.
Help. Echo 4.
Yeah, but with a 4-2 advantage, they have this match.
Base 75%.
This is where I die. Can I get one more kill? This guy's caught.
Ultra auto cap.
Damn it. Out of ammo. Black Lander comes in. He's probably fresh.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Critical
fresh.
damage.
This guy is badly hurt, but I don't think I can get him. Nope, I don't. 8-12, last to go down. I think I did quite a lot of damage, but not enough to carry, not enough to carry. But nice people, so lots of salutes. Isa's here by the way. So substantial damage, 900 over damage, 4 kills, almost 1,000, 2 solo kills, and a very nice score of 500 over. Too bad it's a loss. Ah well, you cannot carry every single match, but it's a good game. So as you can see from the previous match, this build can do quite a lot of damage. 964 damage, 637 score, granted against a lot of trial mechs. It's pretty vicious if allowed to do damage, but it's 40 ton, well, body just can't take much damage. But here we have Frozen City Classic and Tip of the Spear, scouting along. A lot of these buildings are pretty low, that allows me to fire my uAC10 over. So some fire from there, so saw an Ebon Jaguar, there he is. So they're probably there in Bravo 3.
Why was I wobbling?
So checking out for targets, and we have Charlie there, it's a Kodiak.
Kodiak spotted.
Nacholicious in a Trowel
Charging the other
Kodiak.
position.
He's way too far forward, so I'm going to capitalize on it. Using the right torso mounted weapon to heal hub. His right torso is caught. No armor skills because it's a trial mech. Somebody blows off his right torso. Oh, he is in trouble. He's trying to fall back, but Kodiak trees are a bit too slow. And heal humping with the uAC10 gets me a solo kill. So that's a nice start to the match. Kinda feel bad, you know, the match just started. Not even 2 minutes. So gonna tell him that, well, that's why I don't use trial mechs. So anyway, goodbye. Lost it because I was too busy
UAV
fighting.
guy, somebody get it please.
But the arms are useless, there's nothing in
Bravo
it. So using my speed to move forward, trying to
Hotel,
cover the
please.
flanks. Hotel is here, it's a marauder. Not a trial mech for sure. Shot my buddy there, but I can shoot over him. Sort of. And I get a kill. I'm sure I hit the guy, the friendly mech a bit. With with heat vision, it's a bit hard to see. I don't normally use this, but well, this map,
Stupid
you
flea.
gotta use it. So as you whack in the most useless flea around, the Romeo, the hero. Left leg scored, tight terrain here, and I get his left leg. Goodbye US. Yep, got him in the rear. That's the thing about this uAC10, it doesn't really jam so often, so it's pretty reliable. And with the total 20% ballistic cooldown with the skills, it's just wonderful. But here comes the enemy push. We have a 2 mech advantage, but enemy murder ball is strong, and I'm walking straight into this Corsair. My UAC has jammed. It does jam, even with the jam chance decrease. So thankfully he has taken lots of damage and he goes down to a friendly Kodiak. My left rear torso is open, so I gotta be careful. I think I blocked this guy here, Wilsey, sorry. It happens, you know. He took some damage, lost a torso, died from heat. Partially because of me, I blocked him.
Watch out
So
for Alpha. Watch out for Alpha. Bushwhacker.
Here's a matter, Bushwhacker. Not a trial mech, for sure. So enemy team has very few trial mechs. And once I say that, here's another trial Kodiak. Big, chunky, large targets. UAC has jammed, but I still have my mediums. Let's reposition. Oh look, can I get this? Ah, I missed him. Preservation over aggression in this case. Moving forward, finding a better position. The misling is called 7-7, pretty tight. But being XL, I can go at any time, especially with a catapult behind me. Oh, 3 large bounce lasers left. He takes my other arm. Side torso scored. Oh, and I get him with the UAC. XL build by the
This
way.
thing's one shot.
So let's push the advantage. This catapult is weaponless, he's a stick. So we actually have a substantial advantage. And just as I say that, it's just the Shadowhawk left. Or rather the Phoenix Hawk. 3v1, obviously we have this.
Hey, well done.
And down
Close
he
fight.
goes. Close fight. Yes it was. I wonder how much damage I took. So let's look at the end damage and scores. Very fast match this one.
Oh,
800 over damage, 4 kills, 2 solo kills. So 838 damage, 586 score, top of the team with this assassin.